So we're at Brett's place. Man, you should see the job that he's doing on his Pacer. It's incredible. So just having a look around now. First time that Brett's seen my Pacer up and he's reconnecting with Dave's one. It's cool that they're meeting.
You put cards on or I've got cards from Aussie.
Wow. Yeah. So funny enough, I used to run the 44.
Man, talking to Brett is just like, he just knows so much about these motors. He's talking through Dave and I, a few tricks that he's done with his race cars over the years, and like, you know, he knows a few tricks, this boy. Let's have a look around this car because it's epic. Well, it's a great pleasure to introduce you to Brett Davey. He's actually the purchaser of my crashed up Pacer back in, was it 1997?
1998.
1998.
Yeah.
So he's had all that time waiting for the right time for, between a few other projects. So he's got a long history in the Valiant community here in New Zealand with his family, with his friends. So today we're going to have a look around his workshop and his Pacer, and Dave and I are pumped. Every time I come around here, I'm passionate about paint and engineering. Not the best at it, but Brett just is ultimately skilled at all this kind of stuff. So tell us, when you got this from me back in 1998, what were you looking at? It had smashed up sides. What are you thinking? You're going to restore it?
Well, I wasn't looking, to be fair, because my brother and I muck around with an RT racing at Portico, and anyway, decided that my brother Gene actually saw the car advertised. He says, "Hey bro, you got to get it." So we went over. I didn't have much of a choice, so I think he did actually do all the negotiating. And,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then there we are. I owned it. So it's shifted houses with me. I've dragged it all over the place in various conditions, and you know, there's an empty shell, and so it got hard to move at one stage, but it's still here.
This side here, I had a guy hit me at around about 140 k's. He was speeding. So tell us about this side, Brett. Like this, what have you done here? It was smacked. It was about that high.
Yeah, no, it was. So I pulled the car apart, pulled the boot floor out of it and everything, and I took it off to Crystal Panel and Paint in Mount Roskill, and he put it on a chassis machine and pulled it straight, and he basically almost pulled it in half. So the chassis rails were rotten, so it was at that point, as you can imagine, kind of half a car. And
wow.
This side as well was pretty damaged, and parcel tray was damaged. So yeah, really, then I had to hunt around for the best donor car that I could find and try and make two good cars, you know, one good car out of two rather. So yeah, and that's a slow process. Yeah.
So you're telling me that you've painted this beauty, perfectly clear coated and polished, in this legendary shed right here.
Yep. As you can see, there's my spray booth. It's, you know,
it is awesome, mate.
I copied more or less what I like, that black out on the 2.5 there,
yeah.
All black. I didn't put the colour in over there.
Yeah.
It's not the first one I've done here. We've had plenty of American cars through here. You know, me and my brothers, that's what we kind of do on the side. We bring a few in. But yeah, my passion's always been this car, so you know, spend a bit of time and try to get it as good as I can. Anyway, for the whole thing was to do a shed build, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, well.
No, this car was powered here, welded here, painted, everything done here. So.
What you guys probably can't tell on the video is that this is just top quality work. I mean, look at all this. It's you probably feel embarrassed me saying that, mate, but I've seen a lot of paint jobs in my life, and this is right up there, man. It's just an absolute testament to someone who's just smashing it. Look at that.
Well, too stupid to know.
Amazing job. So what about your stripes? I mean, these stripes look to me amazing. You know,
they're a little bit, they're longer across the door than what standard ones are. I like the look of them being a bit longer. They look a bit blunt as factory. And I like the gap on the Charger, so it's a 10mm stripe and a 10mm gap.
That's cool. So this bit here, this is this your
Yeah, that's my
interpretation of it?
A bit more of a kind of an arrowhead, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not too pointy and not too blunt. The factory ones are quite rounded, and I kind of like wasn't a fan of that look. Yeah.
Brett was just saying about that. I mean, look at the difference between Dave's stripe and the stripe on my Pacer. I mean, they've each got their own swing on it. But then you flip around here and check this out. What I like about this is that it has this swage line that goes through the top. You've nailed that, bro. Absolutely nailed it. So Brett has done a beautiful job on this here. He's clear coated his decals in. Brett, this is not a black bonnet optioned Pacer, is it?
No, it was not black. The two options that it really had were, three options were black interior, rear seatbelt delete, and no, but it didn't have the option for black. Yeah.
So, and now where the windscreen wipers are, right in this dash here,
Yeah.
let us know what you've done there, because I saw pictures of this totally ripped off.
Yeah, well, they're not immune to rust, so and the heater turrets are normally the first to go. So yeah, the whole front plenum was off, and had to rebuild all the heater turrets, plus half the top of the firewall. So I sprayed that. Actually, I finished it out in orange, epoxy in orange, and then I welded it all back on again. Yeah.
Wow. So totally sealed in there.
All painted and under there. Yeah.
Imagine the work that's involved in that. I'll get some photos and show you. It's just incredible. I mean, the detailing is just next level, man.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I can do 19s and that.
Yeah.
That's done as fast. I can hold around 120.
Yeah.
So for this to be doing 126 or 127 or whatever,
It's still pretty good.
not the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
What's cool is seeing this old Pacer, knowing that I used to drive around this with my wife back in the North Shore of Auckland. It's just a real trip, man. It's so cool. And those who are nostalgic about Valiants and that, you'd know that it means more than a car sometimes, just because you've got the memories. And yeah, it's pretty cool to see her coming back to life. Amazing.
It's nice to see this in the flesh and see quite a few photos.
Yeah. I've gone through all that harness, I can't get any of that shit to go up there.
Look, and would you believe it? He's got the same mags as when I was a teenager. So Dave, you've met the legend Brett Davey, showed around the car. What do you reckon, mate? What's your gut feel on what he's done
I
here?
think he knows his stuff, mate. I think he does.
Does he get the big tick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely a big tick from me.
yeah, it's amazing.
Very,
Eh?
very impressive.
Yeah, what do you think? Thanks so much, man. We really appreciate being able to come here and you show us and teach us, and it's just it's a real pleasure to see what you're doing, man. And yes, we'll sign off. There we go, 3 Pacers in one spot, one nearly there, 3-speed coming alive soon. Watch this space. That was such a cool catch up, man. Brett really does know a lot about Valiants and Pacers and Chargers. It's pretty cool to see those Pacers together. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch up next time. We'll do a proper one with Brett, because that dude's next level, and he's just knows so much about these cool cars, So take it easy. See you next time.